With social distancing, the new rule, there is a push underway to make more room for Western New Yorkers to get outside and enjoy the great outdoors in downtown Buffalo. All new on 7 Eyewitness News at 5 tonight. Our reporter Madison Carter shows us a few ideas that Go Bike Buffalo has working.
I think it's very interesting that since this pandemic, so many more people are out riding their bikes. I mean, it hasn't even been great weather.
It's a trend we're seeing around the world. Many cities are putting measures in place to make sure bikers can put pedal to the pavement safely.
By whether opening up the streets on the weekends, closing down neighborhood streets, just the local traffic to give people more safe spaces to get out and recreate. Go
Bike Buffalo launched its Better Streets, Better Buffalo campaign to create more access to alternative forms of transportation.
Some of these neighborhoods, 30% of the households don't have access to a vehicle, and public transit is considered a vector for this disease. And so how are we still giving them safe places to be mobile? How are we still getting to work?
In its research, the organization found areas that have been hit hardest by COVID are the same places there's a high need for open streets.
We're already seeing some of the cracks in our social networks and the health disparities in our neighborhoods, and the need for us to be able to maintain our mental and physical health, of course, and the opportunity to get outside safely to do so is just incredibly important all the time, but even more important now.
Data collected by Go Bike Buffalo shows over 5 years there have been more than 1,800 pedestrian and bike accidents in the city. And while we have a robust park system, if you don't have a car, many of those open spaces are closed to city residents.
Maybe that park is in a reasonable walking distance, but if they're all heavily trafficked wide streets, maybe it's not the safest to, crossing some of our intersections can be very challenging.
Like if you're trying to ride on the side of the road, most of the sides of the roads are filled with potholes.
Go Bike Buffalo is talking to the city about open street plans, including temporary bike lanes, limiting car access to residential streets, and car-free events for bikers. And when we're talking about accessibility to biking, the cost of a good set of wheels can be a hindrance to some. That's why Go Bike Buffalo has a number of initiatives, from used bike parts to used bikes themselves for cheaper costs, to help people get out on the roads. In Buffalo, Madison Carter, 7 Eyewitness News.